Hey everyone, it's Greg again. Monday, August 14th, a brand new week starting off. Uh, Unbreakable Spirits podcast. Here to bring you more light news all week long. It's going to be a great week. Listen, In My Life by the Beatles, one of my favorite Beatles songs. You know, the Beatles recorded and wrote roughly 200 songs or so, and they're all great. I mean, to me, let's say 175 of them are really good. How you can rank them or narrow it down to a list, I don't know. To me, it's impossible to do. But I found a list recently over the weekend, and this site in England called Gold Radio UK ranked the 20 best, in their opinion, Beatles songs. Well, what a different group, too. It was Come Together, Please Me, um, Hard Day's Night, Something, Here Comes the Sun, which happens to be my favorite. But the number one song was In My Life. And they called it a masterpiece, written by John Lennon mostly. Uh, and I agree. I think it's a beautiful song. And it's about Lennon's life. He said he wrote it while riding on the bus through Liverpool, going to the different stops and thinking of all the people he knew when he was growing up. Uh, this song is special to me too because I distinctly remember them playing this song at my mom's funeral, and right before they were going to shut the casket, take her out of the funeral home to the church, this happened to be playing overhead. So it's always going to have a special meaning to me uh, in my life. But if you Google that, goldradio.uk.com, I'm sure you'll be able to find the entire list of favorite Beatles songs. So I'm sure you have yours. I do too. Today happens to be National Creamsicle Day. Orange creamsicle. How many people remember orange creamsicles? They're still around and they're great. I haven't had a creamsicle in a long time. You could find that flavor everywhere. Creamsicle sodas, chewing gum, but there's nothing like a real creamsicle, you know? That blending of orange and vanilla ice cream and creamsicle soda. Did you ever try this? We're having a ice cream social here to celebrate uh, the completion of our new kitchen, which is it's done finally, and so we're having like a little party here in a couple weeks, and we're going to have a nice cream social, which I think is appropriate for summertime. Um, and one of the things I want to try is a creamsicle ice cream soda with root beer, like a root beer float. You know, do you remember having a root beer float when you were a kid? Mm-mm-mm. Now that's good stuff. Uh, with like a creamsicle, vanilla, orangey. Oh my God, I'm about to pass out. uh, Ice cream. So it sounds really good. So I'm going to try it. But it's National Creamsicle Day. So have a creamsicle out there. Um, well, our friend James Harden, back in the news again, huh? Apparently he's in China doing some crap over there about sneakers or something. And somebody took a video of him over the weekend and posted it. And apparently he said that Daryl Morey, his once close friend, who's the general manager of the Sixers, is a liar. And Harden does not want to play for the Sixers anymore. He's not coming to training camp. Uh, and I don't know whether he's stuck up his middle finger or not, but I wouldn't be surprised. Here's the thing. James Harden, number one, is a loser, but so too is Daryl Morey. He's a loser too. So you got two losers there. Um, but the bromance is over. Uh, they were very, very close. Morey brought him to Philadelphia, thinking James Harden was going to bring a championship with him. Well, to be honest with you, James Harden is a shell of himself. He had some good games in the playoffs, some more bad games, and yes, he led the league in assists last year, but he was just a shell of himself as far as a scorer. Um, he's just not the same player. Plus, to me, he's a selfish guy. He tried this in Houston back in 2020. He wanted out of Houston, so what did he do? He pouted and he said, "I'm not coming to training camp," and he eventually got his way. He'll probably get his way here. Um, I guess maybe the Sixers promised him more money and they never delivered, and now he's really pissed off. Well, to me, he's a loser. He's never won anything, and now he's older and he's not the same James Harden. He was a great player in his time, don't get me wrong, but he's just not the same player. And for him to make demands now, uh, I agree with Charles Barkley, who recently said it's time to move on from James Harden. Uh, Tyrese Maxey, who's one of my favorite players, is not going to fully develop with James Harden around because James Harden hogs the basketball all the time. Um, and this team should revolve around Maxey and Joel Embiid and see what happens. So to me, they should trade Harden for a rack of basketballs and just, you know, stop with the drama. There's too much drama, too much chaos going on in Sixers land, which isn't unusual. But I don't think the Sixers would have a good year if Harden plays or if he doesn't play, because you're going to have James Harden whining and moping and pouting, sort of like Ben Simmons did. And it's just going to be really annoying for the Sixers all year. So I think they should just dump him. That's my opinion. A couple more stories before we leave. Uh, I understand that one of my favorite musicians, songwriters of all time was Jim Croce. Jim Croce. He died in a tragic plane crash in 1972, just when he was starting to become famous. And Philadelphia guy, local guy, went to Villanova University, and Philly guy. And I just love his songs, from Bad Bad Leroy Brown to Operator, Time in a Bottle. And he just is a great songwriter. And he used to live around here. He lived outside of Reading, PA, and which is about 45 minutes from me. Anyway, he had a house there, and that's where, uh, after he got married, had a kid, AJ, and is a farm there with the house. And the house is a really cool house, and there's a barn attached to the house and a lot of land. Um, well, the reason I bring this up is because apparently they are turning Jim Croce's house and barn into a bed and breakfast. Yeah. So it's already the land, and the barn, the house is already deemed historical by the state of Pennsylvania, which is cool. It protects it. Um, and it's been bought over the years. I think there was like a real estate company there, different companies. But now the people who own the property are turning it into a bed and breakfast. So I think it's great. I mean, if you're a Croce fan or not, if you wanted to spend some time there, actually, sleep in the same house, maybe the same room as Jim Croce did. Go down to the barn where he wrote most of his music. Was in the barn, and the kitchen at the kitchen table. That's where he wrote. I'll have to say I love you in a song, and just you can imagine it's just steeped with history and music, and you know, it's just like if you were a Beatles fan. It's like spending the night in Paul McCartney's house or John Lennon. It's just so. Look for that. Uh, I googled it. I wasn't able to find uh, the listing, but apparently, not in the not too distant future, you'll be able to go to a bed and breakfast up near Jim Croce's house. If I find any more information, I'll pass it along. Okay, but it sounds pretty cool. Final thing I want to talk about on this Monday is Hank the Tank. Now, if you haven't heard who Hank the Tank is, Hank the Tank is a bear. We've had a lot of bear stories on this show recently. Bears invading backyards, bears doing this, bears doing that. Well, this bear uh, lived near Lake Tahoe, and apparently, for actually the last few years, they've had problems with bears in the Lake Tahoe area. Uh, Bears who are invading houses and backyards looking for food. And they're calling them 21 bear break-ins, 21 out there that the cops had to get involved, and the rangers and and they weren't able to catch the bears. They're like aliens. Like you get video, but you can't catch the bears. Well, here they thought it was one bear doing all this wreckage. Actually, it's three bears doing it, but one bear primarily, who they have nicknamed Hank the Tank, and they're really blaming it on the people, the population around Lake Tahoe, because they unsecured garbage cans uh, and habitat encroachment. They feel, the bears are getting ticked off and say, "Hey, we were here first. You're invading on our property, not vice versa. We're just taking back what we think is ours." So, in fact, there was one incident of a bear breaking into a house and eating a tub of ice cream. Oh yeah, here it is. 2 gallons, 2 gallon tub of ice cream. The bear ate. So obviously the bear has a sweet tooth. I love that bear. I love ice cream too. Uh, there was no news about what type of ice cream it was. It's barely possible that it was Rocky Road. Who knows? But anyway, so they've had these problems with the bear. So what to do? Well, of course, you don't want to hurt the bear. So what they did was they finally caught Hank the Tank, and their plan is they're going to relocate the bear to Colorado. Usually, bears, their diet is plants and insects, that sort of thing. But the bears, you can't blame the bear. He wants a little ice cream, give him a little ice cream. What the hell? Life is too short. The thing is is that they're relocating Hank to Colorado. He'll have more room to run around out there and look for stuff. My thinking is they just want to get rid of the bear, send Hank away. But here's the thing: the final kicker of the story. They found out that Hank is really a girl. They got a closer look at Hank. Don't ask me where they looked. They got a closer look at Hank, and it's a female. So now they've changed the name to Henrietta the Tank. I don't like that as much. Hank the Tank, has a certain flair to it. It flows better. Hank the Tank. So he'll that the bear will forever be known in my heart of hearts as Hank the Tank. Anyway, so that's it. That's about it. So we had a we talked about the Beatles, we talked about Jim Croce, talked about all kinds of, you know, like usual. Well, anyway, if you like the show, like the lighter news, want to break from all the stuff going on in the world, tune me in every day and take about 15 minutes out of your life and just listen to me or watch me, and uh, everything will be good. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, whatever's good, hit it, and that'll be it. Okay. Now, don't forget, until I see you tomorrow with another edition of Unbreakable Spirits, uh, have a creamsicle today if you could find it. You know what? The Good Humor Man, Jack and Jill, or whatever you call it, the truck was around my neighborhood recently. And oh man, I haven't had an ice cream truck in the neighborhood since I was a kid. So of course I had to go out. Of course I did. Here I am, an old fart, and I'm there out there with the ice cream truck. But oh my God, so many things to pick from. And but they had creamsicles. So if you happen to have a creamsicle today, think of me and enjoy it. So anyway, this is Greg saying so long for now, and we'll see you tomorrow on Unbreakable Spirits. Have a great day. Bye bye.